Hello everyone and welcome back to a WWE Champions video, and today we're running a 6-star Mutant Balor. I'm very excited about this one. Got fully plate, tier 5 red move damage because I don't have a black move damage medal right now. I'm very excited to show you guys what a 6-star Balor looks like. And I've tried a lot of sets. I use my normal, the Leech Gem finisher with the choose, 4-charge choose. And to be honest, it was like 500,000 more. But I really like this set. It's a little slow, but you'll see here it's very fun. And I have two variants of it right now. I have the Mick Foley plate variant, and I have a DX Army Assault plate, which is, I think, in my opinion, from what the plates I've used, is better. And you will see that later in the video. First couple matches I'm running the McFoley plate, so which most people should have now if they did the grind in Showdown. So here, as you can see, the traps. So basically my goal is to pin and force him to swipe the trap, right? So bam, there's that. And my goal, as you can see though, backfired. He didn't swipe any traps. Still hasn't swiped anything. I lost a lot of power gems already. However, the goal here is to keep consistently hitting that bleed because that's a 900,000 bleed. I have Santa Hogan on, and if you have the 17k feud, you can turn one hit traps and pin them hopefully, and then stun them and then destroy them. Because you will see later in the video, I go in Showdown, we fight some 6-stars. Quite a few of them too. You know, it's not terrible. But as you can see, it's not doing absurd amount of damage. I mean, the bleed is what is helping us. And don't worry, this is the single-handedly worst match of this. And there the stun went. But you will see later, once we get further in the video, that this is, you're not going to see this type of behavior when you get your Balor up. It just doesn't happen anymore. And you guys will see why. That DX Army Assault plate. So you see how it said there, right there, the stun, but it had like that, the bleeding on, and you can see it stacking. The bleed is not going through because of the stun. The bleeds will constantly just sit there and stack, which isn't a bad thing. It's okay. Really, it means when we pin him, that's where all the damage of the bleed comes from. And then he loses a lot of his health. You can see here that I'm not getting a fantastic board. There's no black. And obviously, I changed the plate, and you'll see it don't rely on it that much. But there, we just bled him to death. And won. So, boom, right there. So that's the worst one you're going to see. So now let's go into a 6-star Showdown. We're fighting 6-star Shawn, Zombie, of course, and a 6-star WCW Rey Mysterio. Balor, obviously, and I got my 6-star Ultimate Warrior Always Believe, which I'm pretty sure in this one, Balor doesn't do great in this either. And I'll show you. This was footage before I figured out the next plate. It's so much better. You'll see. But I still wanted to include this just because. And it's a 6-star Shawn. So, you know, you can kind of see the build. He ran perfect build set, by the way, for Shawn. I think Triple Green easily is the best. He had an ultimate defensive plate of green, I think. And, I mean, he had the Hunk Down Blues. Perfect way to go. It's perfect. But you also will see some of my Warrior do some damage at the end. And I will do an actual video on the 6-star Warrior. No braid plate. Show you how much he can actually do. And don't be fooled by the damage he did in this. I would like to note, we were notches short. I didn't have my full trainers on. So he'll be a lot better when I do an actual preview. You'll see. Warrior, even without a braid plate, is still going to hit pretty hard. But here we go. So Sean here has his moves, and this is a problem that I don't like. But yeah, I wanted to see how Balor did against an actual 6-star. And here's something that I believe I do in this is I put these on green next to green. Because I mean he's gonna hit that choose. And I'm hoping he'll stun himself with the choose move, right? That is the goal. Now, unfortunately, he did hit the trap. I was hoping he was just going to hit choose move and stun himself, but no, he did hit the traps. And you got to think, Sean is very, very new. He's not even a week old yet while making this. So, Balor is over your also purple gem damage. That's 2.8 million. That's almost a 6 million kick out with the 3 break. So Balor is not going to have issues kicking out of most things. He's not. He's really not. And if you have traps, he's actually going to break a ton of black while he kicks out. He should have no problem dealing with it. But yeah, you can see the stun is pretty big. Like, I think at one point it was like 7 turns against Sean. So, I mean, but you can see, like, look, that's only 200,000. So the set itself, how much is it really doing? Not a lot. But don't worry. Again, fully plate was not the best plate to run. And you will see why soon enough. The bleed right now is the only real way we're actually doing damage. And as you can see, I'm breaking the board, but I'm also still getting bled because of Sean. Because I keep hitting them trap gems. And yeah, so Sean, if he didn't put out those trap gems, Balor would be a lot better right now. But because I'm just sitting there and I keep swiping, I have to deal with that. So that is a big problem to deal with. Yep, and I was thinking about it. I remember just like, do I want Balor? Because I'm pretty sure he was going to hit me next turn. So I'm like, all right, let's just get Warrior and see if I can kill him. Again, if you look at the notches, I only get, like a couple, increases, a couple X-breaks. And I still hit pretty hard. So I will definitely do a video of him and feud this weekend. Stay tuned. I have an amazing build coming of a character that I think might be the best 6-star to take. Maybe the best character that I know. I mean, Sean, I don't even think is as good as this character. So you'll have to stay tuned in the feud for that because he is going to be an insane character in the feud. Insane character in the feud. I'll give you a hint. He's going to have a 9.9 million submission. And his sub is a blue move. So keep an eye on that because I'm excited to show you guys that one as well. And you might have already seen him when I did my at the start there when I got Balor out. So there you go, 2 million, and he had to tag into Ray. And yeah, so I just get hit here by Sean. He does bonus, he does choose, it's whatever, and then Warrior obviously will kill him. Again, this isn't an actual Balor thing, but I still wanted to showcase Sean. I don't have him, but I still really wanted to showcase, hey, he is still a great character to take 6-star. I think all the zombie males except, I mean, hell, even Dominic, I think every single one should be 6-star just because of their coaches. And a 6-star Dominic actually isn't that bad. Like, he'll hit pretty hard, I'm pretty sure. So, but yeah, and then boom, I do enough, he's dead. The match is over. So, that is that Shawn Michaels and Rey Mysterio. A little bit of bad luck, though. I didn't get a lot of black matches. And again, I'll show you eventually how we don't force that. So here I have a 6-star Edge. we're fighting against. I don't think the character in the back is 6-star. So keep that in mind. But I don't think we even get to the character in the back. But yeah. So this is Showdown right now. And I'm doing this really because there's no perks yet. So I mean, I don't have 0 MP. So I'm not just sitting forever. Trying to just build something up. And not just swiping gems and not hitting any moves. So here we go again, placing the traps. It's a choose 6. Yeah, I mean, if you have a 17k Santa Hogan, that's gonna help him. If you don't, there's actually still 2 options I think is better than actual 2200 from Hogan. I think Ricky Acrobat Fire Breather would be a fantastic card to put on him. It gives him +1 trap, 50%, but that +1 trap I think is going to really help Balor, as well as I believe Kane Woods with that bleed trap gem. Or not trap gem, but just 50% bleed coach is going to help him too. It really means that we can make that bleed even higher. If they put a bleed perk, it means he'll be even faster in a feud. So many things can help Balor. I don't think there's a bleed perk for this month that I know of that I saw. But if there is eventually, definitely I think you should get it because I think he'd be absolutely fun with this in a feud. But yeah, here we go. Look at that. Edge hits almost all of them. Look at that stun. Stun for 7. 7 turns. That means at least I'm going to hit my 1 charge bleed 7 times before he even touches me. 7 times before he even touches me. That is crazy. And Balor's bleed is still very, very strong. Don't get that wrong. It's still really good. So here we go. Boom. And again, I'm not hitting hard. But as you can see, I'm doing some big bleed damage there. It's kind of luck-based still. It's not as luck-based anymore. Again, after this one, I go to the DX Army Assault play, and you will definitely see a difference of how Balor just changed afterward. And I fight Ivar, and then I fight a 6-star. So technically, if you really wanted to, you could just skip to those matches. Because this is just kind of showing you a little bit. And just want to show you that even without the DX Army play, I'm still can handle myself. Not as good. Definitely get that DX Army Assault play, which should not be that hard. I mean, it's just, max out TU. You got one of those skill play picker things that you can use and then pick a plate. Obviously, nowadays, it's like, well, you see the 10, you can buy a Heroic Titan plate, which I definitely want. But, I have plenty of DX Army Assaults, so I'm okay on those. And yeah, basically, I mean, and also in feud, this generates, like 12 gems eventually, I think, in a red. I mean, you can maybe hit the bleed twice, like I think in this turn. I'm going to. Yep. Boom. Extra turn. And if the bleed would maybe go off, it won't because of the stun. So you're completely fine. Look at this. Again, big bleed. He wouldn't even kick out of this. And I was tempted to run armor, but I still do like Fury. I mean, look at this. Edge is still stunned for 4 more turns before he can even do anything. I mean, he literally has to sit there. I'm going to pin, and I'm still just sitting there stacking my bleed. I'm going to hit my traps eventually as well. I mean, there's really no way for him to do anything. Like, once Balor gets going, he's almost like Zombie Austin in a way where he's like that stun block guy, except I think eventually he's gonna be a lot faster. And he's going to be, I think, just more fun to play. I mean, just playing around with those trap gems and not just stunning, doing the same thing over and over, and then just watching their health melt away with that bleed move. So that is that one. This is our time to actually show the true potential of Balor. So same set, same trainers. Except now we have a DX Army Assault Plate. And I don't, keep in mind, I don't even have an ultimate belt on him yet, which I will eventually put on him. That we can get a defensive plate red or defensive plate black. Either one works. Now, for anyone that doesn't know what a DX Army plate does, breaking 3 purple would make 7 random green and black. The good thing is that AI that does play Balor will swipe purple most likely, and they can still get their moves. Now, I don't know how well they would do in setting up the trap gems, but people that blow up the board, for instance, are probably going to stun themselves for quite a bit. And in feud, I think we also get more just to choose on our traps. You know? Just more of a choose to the trap move, which is great. So here, as you can see, boom, pin, and he should definitely take this red. Oh yeah, he's done. And, you know, now you get to see what, I mean, yeah, look at this now. I mean, now I keep gaining, there's basically all the time now black gems for me to destroy, which means every time I'm hitting those traps, I'm gaining something. You know, I'm gaining something. So, boom. And, you know, he has to stay there. He can't do anything. I get to sit there and bleed him to death. I mean, yeah, look at that. Just keep choosing the traps. And if he keeps breaking them, he keeps stunning himself. And that's exactly what we want. And I could sit here and keep breaking my stuff and keep creating black gems for myself so that I keep recycling and he can keep stunning himself every time. I mean, yeah, and I'm just bleeding him to death. It's so easy now to win with him with that plate. Just the plate change, man. Just having all that black. Because, I mean, fully plate, I was only be able to hit that once a match just because there was no black left on the board. This definitely helps him out so much. So, yeah, I mean, look, now, this is just boom. And I don't even think he kicks out. I mean, even if he did, he's still stunned. Yeah, he's still stunned. I'd hit him again, we'd pin him, and the match would definitely be over then. So you can see how Balor is actually a really good 6-star. He might take time, but it's kind of like Warrior, but he'll win consistently, I think, every single time. Because, I mean, they have to have a stun immunity or a bleed immunity belt really in order for him to lose. If they do have that, then Balor's not great. Luckily, if you're a 6-star that has to go against an escape artist, if you're someone with one charge moves, like I hate fighting another Warrior, or I hate fighting DX Army Sean, Balor would probably be a really good option to counter them. Because even if he does get hit, he will pretty easily kick out. And this is probably my prime example video of actually what this will look like. You know, I was still testing him out. I'm still learning it. You know, just took him 6 today. I mean, you can tell now he gets soaring high. But yeah, I mean, 300. Boom. Look at that. Stunned. All the traps. Stunned for 4 turns. And now we keep going. Yep, he did, and that's a problem with a trickster. But luckily, Balor's also a trickster, which means if I do get eventually hit, I could also dodge something. So that's still really good for Balor. But yeah, I mean, now looking at it, you don't really stand much of a chance now against Balor. Once I get going, it's over. I mean, and now I get going super easily. Super easily. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Just look at that. The board goes up. I make more black. 969,000. And I bled him. See, now, that is what I was really excited for. I stunned him. We're hitting for that million, which is what you would do at 5 gold and heal yourself. Except now, I'm hitting that million, and I'm bleeding him for at least another million, if not more. It's crazy now how much I'm able to just do. Look at that. Boom. And I just keep sitting there. Boom. Another 500k. And he's bleeding again. He keeps bleeding. He's still stunned for 4 turns. I keep getting my bleed. I keep hitting my moves. And it's a repeating process. And they're not able to do anything. They sit there and take it. Now, I'm pretty sure I do get a little unlucky. And he does do a tag. Now, in a real game, feud-wise, 1v1, this would not happen. I mean, literally, he would sweat my gem, and then we would go back into stun lock. But he will, I believe, tag eventually into Austin, and I take him down with ease as well. So don't worry. Balor, like, look how much health I have compared to John, and we are both 6 stars that are, yeah, I mean, look at this. Boom. And all my black's back. And I hit him for 8. I hit him for 1 million that time. Hit him for 1 million that time. So, I mean, yeah. There's just so many ways now that Balor's going to just mess you up. So, if you got Balor, he's actually a really solid option to take up. I really like him. Is he the best trickster? Probably not. There's definitely people that'll be better, like Theory, Umaga, Ricky. However, Balor will beat all of them technically as long as he gets them in that stun lock, which he's gonna. He's gonna. Which, so basically, including if I can get like a stun or bleed immunity on him for an ultimate belt, fantastic. But, you know, and also my legendary belt, I got Balor so long when I got a legendary belt for him, I just put it on. Doesn't even have a bonus, you know? So I don't even have a big bonus on the belt. We could still get that. I mean, ultimate belt, we could get a defensive plate. There's so many things still for Balor that I can do. So yeah, here he goes. He does his swipe, boom, boom. Right away, Austin instantly gets stun locked. He swipes, and he's stunned. Literally, that's what happens now. And it's fantastic. It is great. I sit there, I keep going. Like, look at this turn. It just happens, man. I bleed, I hit my traps. And I'm killing him. I'm absolutely killing him. You know? Just absolutely destroying everyone in this. Boom. 800,000 again. And look at that. Boom. Stuns himself. It's fantastic. That move is great. And look at that. Stun again for 6. 6 turns. And I can sit here, swipe my purple, get some more black on the board. Keep hitting him. Keep bleeding him. I mean, seriously, there's nothing they do. There is nothing they can do. Yeah, look at that. He can tag John back in, but he can't because he's going to die. He's stunned forever. Yeah, look at that. And then bam, black is back on the board. This hits. Bleed. And he bled to death. So let me know what you think about Balor. I think he's great. I think he's actually a really good trickster. He's going to help with tours. So thank you for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.